Good morning.
Aaron Gant, how are you? Good morning.
I'm doing good. Doing
Good.
good. You want to see the building?
Oh man, you got a new building.
No, we
Let's see
do.
it. Yeah, man. All right.
Here's the outside.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, man. All right.
And then let's see if I can turn this around here.
Yeah, man. What town are you in?
What's that?
What town are you in?
Centerburg. It's like 10 minutes away from my house in Croton, where we were working out of.
Yeah, gotcha. Excellent, man. You just started moving in yesterday, right?
Yes, sir. It's a work in progress. We definitely got a lot more to get over here. Uh, but this is the first nice day we've had in three, with July 4th weekend going. It's time to cut some grass today and tomorrow and worry about shop again another day.
Absolutely, absolutely. Man, you got a lot of nice equipment there.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. High class grass and yard care right there on the truck.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Then we
Absolutely.
got the exit over here so we can just pull in and out every day.
Okay.
And we got a little refrigerator and sink over here. And then we walk into the offices. This is the main office when you first come in. We got our security cameras already set up there in the corner.
Very
Main
nice.
entrance here. You got a bathroom right when you walk in. And then our first legal check's already on the wall.
Nice.
And then Rick and I have a divider in between our offices.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Cool. I saw a little AC unit over there in the corner. Oh,
Yes, both offices have an AC unit in them.
and that feels excellent, with this heat wave we've been hit with.
Oh man, it's uh, it's been a heat wave, that's for sure. We're getting
Yeah,
lots and lots of calls right now. It's typical time of year. A lot of your senior generation, I guess, is the way to put it. They like to do it in the spring when they can, early morning, and come July, we get phone calls out the yin yang, just because they can't handle the heat. Heck, sometimes we can't.
right. Absolutely. Now I know, of course, given the heat wave, you can kind of get backed up with the work that you have. How has that been for you recently?
Um, well, fortunately, I was able to get my brother hired. He's actually got more experience than I do, and just a little less than Rick. So things have been great because of that. Um, Basically, we're cutting 2 to 3 hours off of our day. Um, he's just a born ripper, I guess is the way to put it. So, um, not having to train someone saves a lot of time. When we were trying to train someone to do it our way and everything like that the last month, it didn't quite go very well. Um, they weren't catching on, so we had to do what we had to do. And fortunately, now I'm back playing some golf in the evenings with my brother and Rick at that. So um, we're getting done between 3 and 5 every day now instead of 8 o'clock like I was all of April and May.
Right. And that's very important, man, with this heat.
Yeah.
To knock a couple hours off your day, that's very important, right?
Yes. And so another thing that we're going to try to do to help with the heat is technically in the city limits, you have sound ordinance of 8 a.m. And we are very big about following that. But in rural areas, not so much. So, like with friends of ours or family members that we work for and take care of their lawn that live in more rural settings, we can start getting those taken care of at like 7 a.m., where we're not affecting anyone, like our farm properties, that type of stuff. Because they're all up at 5 a.m., like we are getting to it anyway. So, we're going to start with rerouting some of our days to show, I guess, what I'm trying to say there, um, and be able to get that to where it doesn't affect anything and still can be in city limits by 8 a.m. or after, um, and not kill ourselves.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, stay safe. That's fantastic, man. You've come a long way. And how long have you been in business?
This will be, at our second season technically. Our original start date was February 28th, right in the middle of COVID last year. things were a little screwy. If you look at my paperwork for my LLC, because of all offices being closed and so much, my LLC started in August. So next month we'll be at a year as an LLC. But since High Class Grass and Yard Care has actually started, would have been February 28th, would have been our first day. Um, and the dream and the plan probably all started this time 2 years ago. Actually, it's exactly when it started. Rick was at my 4th of July party for my wife and I's anniversary that I throw every year, except this year. We're taking that off this year. No added needed stress. But he seen my zero turn mower for my big property that I had, and it started with the seed he planted in my ear and a dream, and we got some door hangers and some business cards made up, and we didn't even have a truck and a trailer um, when we first started, and now look at us, multiple trucks, about to have multiple trailers, already have multiple mowers. um, Sounds like to me, if you look out here, there's one of the storage units that we're going to be taking care of. We already do the mowing. um, I'm going to need more plow trucks as we just landed our first commercial snow plow with multiple storage units in one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
It
Thank you.
started it started with a dream and a few door hangers, and look at you now,
It,
man. You're in your first shop.
you'd be mad at me if I told you how many door hangers I have left.
That's all good, man. How does it feel?
That feels good. It definitely feels good. Um, Between my hard work and your hard work, that's how we got here. Um, I mean, you getting me on Google with the website established as well as it is, has taken me from when we ended with 27 accounts last year after our first season, and we're at 64 now. So, um, and up until 2 weeks ago when I got my brother over, I was overwhelmed as an owner, and still operator, obviously. And I wasn't able to be answering those phone calls, or I was getting back to them and letting them know, like, hey guys, I'm very sorry. As much as I want to take on more work, we're slammed, we're overwhelmed. I need to hire more people and I need to get more equipment and expand the company. So at this point in time, we're kind of at a standstill and I can't take on any more work. And was in a situation where I was nitpicking, I guess, as an owner, which is a good thing to be able to do, and picking the work that I want to do. But I don't like saying no to money in general at all. Um, like some of those calls of where they were just wanting a weed eat job done only once a month. At that point in time, I feel I didn't have time to try to remember in my brain and schedule, and I felt like I was going to let them down by only being there once a month. Um, Fortunately, when something's weekly, it's a lot easier to remember.
Mm.
So at that point in time, I was literally only taking on anything weekly, to where now I'm willing to take on some bi-weeklies and monthlies and stuff again, as we're doing better and have more help.
Yeah, exactly. And now that you have more hands on deck, fortunately, that gives you more time to handle more of the logistics side of things.
Absolutely.
Yeah, excellent.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I thank you for your kind words in regards to my work with your website. But, your work that you do and the way that you make your customers happy, man, it makes my job easy.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. I try to do that, but um, I mean, you do the hard part. You make what I look good for everyone else to see, I guess is the way to put it. So I appreciate that. I, as you could tell, was so busy that I haven't been posting as much. You can always tell when Aaron's getting a little break and when he's not, I'm sure,
Okay.
just by following me. So, but I actually, real quick, not to change subjects, but I just remembered, if we look out back here, if you see this little mound,
Yep.
I am going to get a reel mower. It's called REEL, and we're going to get turf grass up on there, and we're going to make it a little pitching green.
Nice.
All of us like to golf, so that's how we
Yeah.
get away.
That'll be fun. That'll be fun. Get done a little early one day, a couple days a week, hit the
Absolutely.
green.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool, man. All right. Why don't you tell us a little bit about High Class? What do you guys do? What do you provide?
Well, we provide a list of services. Obviously, right now, your main one is your mowing and trimming services, which we do weekly, bi-weekly, and monthly. And then we also, a lot of times they start as a vacation. They call us because they're going to be on vacation. And we do such a good job. They come back home and they're like, oh my goodness, well, we thought this was going to be more than what you told us anyway. You guys do this good of a job. Just keep coming back. And that's been a great thing for us. It just happened up the road last week. We've now cut now 2 times. Um, but light landscaping, we don't do big landscaping jobs or anything like that yet, but your light landscaping, your flower bed maintenance. Let me step inside for a second because I'm going to get some road noise from the state route. Um, Light landscaping, mulching, your weed control of the bed. Some people call it bed maintenance. We here call it weed control. And we can do that weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly as well. Um, Here soon, you'll be jumping into your fall cleanups. A lot of people like to get their mums and a new mulch job done at the end of the year. Um, Overseeding and aeration comes in the fall. Your leaf cleanups and gutter cleanups. We do all those as fall services. Then we jump into winter, which we never know what we're going to get here in Ohio. And we do snow removal. We're probably going to not do residential this year, um, as we're getting our hands full with now commercial. Um, but we will be doing snow removal for commercial parking lots and businesses and stuff like that. They're a lot easier to get in and out of. And nothing against homeowners, but you make more money um, doing it that way, to where homeowners don't want it until it's a foot tall and they drove over it 20 times. So we do all that through the winter. Come spring, you get back into your spring cleanups, pruning, which is like the trimming of your bushes, which we do that through the winter as well. Anybody who wants something trimmed far enough back that it could kill it in the growing season, you have to wait until winter or early spring, before basically the middle of March. That way it doesn't kill the plant. So we do all of that as well. And then come springtime, you get into your spring cleanups from all the winter storms. A lot of sticks and leaves still down. Some people don't have it done in the fall, they have it done in the spring. So you have those kicking off. Sometimes still gutters going on then. Power washing of houses. We do that. Your sidewalks and your driveways. Now, I've only done about 5 of those with high class grass now, though. It's not a huge thing that we've tried promoting yet, as there's a lot of guys who just literally solo do that. Um, and we don't have the rig and setup to come to places that don't have water for us yet. But we do offer that for a lot of our own customers, keep their stuff nice, get the salt washed off. Back into snow removal 1 second. We got this cool tool right here. And this is for after snow removal season, for when you're plowing gravel driveways and you push the rock into the yard. What this does here is takes all those piles of rock that are embedded into your ground and literally just kicks them back into the driveway. Um, and I'm pretty excited to get to use that after this winter.
That's a pretty high tech contraption you got there.
Yes, still power equipment is all we run when it comes to our power equipment. They're BR 800 backpack blowers. I can actually take you over here to those really quick. These are their top of the line backpack blowers. And the reason why we like these is because every other backpack, you either have to have a buddy start it for you because it's already on your back, or you start it before you put it on your back. With these, it's right there. And I can do it right from my back.
Excellent.
Um,
Very cool.
but yeah, and then after spring, you get right back into where we're at now with your mowing and trimming and all that.
Yeah, you offer a lot of stuff.
Yes.
And even with pressure washing, it's not one of your main deals, but I'm sure it's very helpful for some people, for you to kill two or three birds, four birds with the same stone.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And the two services that we don't offer yet that we will eventually, and hopefully will start next year. Rick and I tried to pay somebody who's got 17 years of experience to come over after he left a different lawn care company that he treated and fertilized and did like your pest control for like mosquitoes and all that stuff. We want to offer that, but that takes special state licensure. And it's just something that we didn't have time to get done this winter, and you have to test on it in February at the Department of Ag. So our goal was to get somebody over who was already certified. And we thought the plan was in place, and he decided last minute that he just doesn't want to do it anymore, which I can understand. He's done it for 17 years. There's a lot of chemicals to be around. Um, and Rick and I don't really want to offer it unless we can have an actual professional we pay work for us to do it. It's not something we want to go do every day ourselves. And we here at High Class Grass believe even an untreated yard we can make look good. Sure, can I get more money out of the customer if your yard was treated? Absolutely. I mean, obviously, you got the treat money in it if I was the one doing it. But outside of that, I'm going to mow more if your yard's being taken care of like that. To where an untreated yard here in Ohio, like right now in July and August, it's going to slow down. And what we do here at High Class Grass is we will pull up, and if it hasn't grown very much, or we know it's going to turn yellow if we cut that week, we will message the customer and ask them what they want us to do, but we prefer to keep them green. And if that means skip this week and cut high next week, that's what we're going to do. Because once fall rolls back in and we start getting that morning dew, they all green up again. Now, obviously, once the leaves start falling, you only get to see the stripes when you're cutting them. And after that, it's back to leaves. But fortunately, they do stay green all year long, even without being treating if we're taking care of your property.
Okay. Okay. That's you're very mindful of who you work with then. You want to
Yes,
take yeah, you want to take a lot of responsibility for the not only the work that you do, of course, but the work that you recommend out to other people.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, okay. So you do have one recommendation for anybody that's looking for lawn care north of your service area. Is that correct?
Yes, a good friend of mine, Caleb Doves, started his own company called Doves Property Maintenance, and he does great work. He's been great to work with already. I've actually, anytime I've gotten a lead that was a little bit north of where I want to be, it goes right to him, and he's locked them all in place actually because he does such a good work. I'm thankful to be able to recommend him. Um, it's actually good to have the bigger you get in my industry to have some guys like him. I really need to get one south of me um, just because of all that. Um, but yeah, no, Caleb does great work. Um, he started with no experience at all and a dream as well. And I've gave him a few pointers on how to keep those lines straight, and I've been watching every week. His things are getting better and better.
Awesome. Awesome. I'm sure he appreciates that shout out.
Yes,
Excellent. In about 5 minutes here, Aaron, you have your guys rolling into the shop.
actually, I believe they just pulled in.
They just pulled in. So as they're pulling in, man, you have more guys than ever on your crew. What are you thinking as far as your role with leadership goes? How do you keep them safe in this heat? How do you keep them happy?
No matter what, always make myself think and feel like an employee, like I am them. Um, and I purposely, and should say because of my co-owner Rick, um, he made me start from the very bottom with the weed eater and edger, and I know everything from bottom to top. Sure, there's things I don't want to do on hot days, but if I don't want to do it, they probably don't want to do it sometimes too. So I keep all of that in my mind, and um, I have no problem letting them mow and me weed eat sometimes, just because they can mow better than I can and more efficient as well. So if that's what it takes to get the job done, that's what we do.
Right. Excellent. Thank you. And I know they're waiting on you. What would you say now to your customers if you have customers watching this?
If you're looking for lawn care, landscaping, snow removal, fall cleanups, anything in the Knox, Licking, or Delaware County areas, we are your guys to call. 740-899-6652.
High class grass and yard care.
High Class Grass and Yard Care. Find us on Google and like us on Facebook.
All righty, Aaron. Thank you for your time today, sir.
Thank you.
Take care.
You too.